Hello, everyone. We are back on the air live for the next episode of the Raiders Rambles, our very own podcast. I am Jolt, chief host of the show, and joining me is none other than my co-host, Avira.
Hey guys, what's going on? Hope you're having an awesome night.
And joining us today is a special guest, Policewolf.
Hello, everybody.
Please introduce yourself. I've been told, you currently are a gamer, a Twitch streamer, and a former law enforcement officer.
Yes. So I'm currently mostly focusing on Twitch, although YouTube and stuff I come in the later parts. But yes, my name is Policewolf. I'm a former law enforcement officer out of Atlanta, and right now just kind of focusing on mostly doing some Twitch.
Career change in line, hey?
Awesome.
Something like that.
I mean, hey, sometimes you can't just be a cop forever. I mean, some people love it. I mean, if you love it, by all means, but
That's true. I mean, everybody, kind of has their timeline and everybody has different goals and stuff. So.
So, well, Avira, where should we begin?
Well, where shall we begin? First of all, E3. Holy goodness. What in the bonkers was that? They had a lot of games that they showed, especially Xbox.
I know.
Xbox had a fantastic. I feel like they had a pretty good
showing, indeed.
I think they did. Yeah. So Xbox showcased 60 different games.
They did, but the one thing everybody was really excited for was Halo Infinite,
Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah. The day they brought Keanu freaking Reeves there.
Oh, goodness gracious. Yes. They had Keanu Reeves. Yes, they did. That was pretty fun.
That man, I swear, is a legend. And he looks young for someone his age. Like, you gotta wonder, how does he do it?
He's appearing everywhere nowadays, too.
Is he really? Like,
yeah,
this dude does not age ever.
He just finished doing John Wick 3, and I'm sure during that time he was probably doing this game, and I think he's involved in a bunch of projects currently.
Like, they actually made okay, so this is like some crazy shit. Like, so they made his personal appearance in this game, and like they made him a character. Like, how crazy is that?
I feel like he's gonna be a part of a main character though, like at least someone that drives the story forward.
I know, right? Like that. Oh my god, that's so cool. That's awesome.
And you know something, as far as other games are concerned with Microsoft, like crossovers everywhere. Forza Horizon X Lego, I never saw coming.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, that was a surprise.
Yeah. And needless to say, this is the era of epic crossovers everywhere.
Yeah,
I mean, Legos though.
in Legos in a Forza game, I don't think I would have ever thought that was going to be a thing.
I mean, last 2 years they had Hot Wheels.
True. Very true.
Yes. And recently they also had the Lego movie. Apparently, like in their games, like that's what they're doing now. My goodness.
But you know what though? Who else had a great showing at E3? Do you think?
Oh, I think
Uh,
Ghostwire.
I
yeah.
mean,
I honestly, I think it was kind of a meh for the other ones.
that was literally
I
the only highlight of the Bethesda show. If I'm going to be honest.
I know, but like Ghostwire was so cool because it's like some like people in Tokyo are randomly disappearing, and it's like this whole mystery type of thing. I thought it was kind of cool.
I mean, it definitely looks super interesting.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Ah,
But I also like the destroy all humans type of thing.
oh, I
Uh,
but-
did you see that? The whole like destroy all humans like remake?
I must have missed that one.
Oh shit, really? Oh my goodness. Well, so basically, they showed like a trailer of Destroy All Humans, which is it's like a PS2 game. It's like from fucking 15 years
oh
ago.
my goodness.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's
But like
yeah.
it's a fun game. Like you're an alien and you're trying to destroy all humans basically. And they're trying to remake it right now. It's insane. But I
That game
love
was
it.
It's a
totally your jam, wasn't it, dude?
Ah, I
is it
love
a
it.
total remake or like a reimagine, like a
Yeah, no,
full
no, no, yeah,
reimagining?
yeah, yeah, yes. It is a remake. Yes.
Oh, interesting. I'll have to check that out.
Dude, like really, like they have like trailers on YouTube and stuff. But uh, I don't know. I'm
Look,
kind of like I'm like on the fence about it cuz like I have like this whole nostalgia like whenever
that's
I play
dude.
this game like I loved like playing this shit and then they're trying to like remake the game like I don't know if they're going to do
I
it
mean, look, let's be
right
honest. This is the
or
look. This is the era of basically appealing to nostalgia now, isn't it? I mean, you
I
have
mean
the you
yeah
have
But
you
it
have
kind of is kind of
you have the
there's
Crashing Racing remake. You have the Final Fantasy VII remake, which oh my goodness, do want so hard.
they're also doing that with movies. I mean, it's kind of like everything's kind of getting remade again.
yeah you're right with like Ghostbusters and stuff like
Yeah.
they're trying to like redo the entire franchise because of like political reasons or like whatever the hell. I'm not gonna get into that because it's just fucking bullshit. I really don't care. But like, yeah, it's some crazy nonsense.
Mm.
But the thing is, you could say it's one thing to say that they're creatively bankrupt, or you can say it's I think it's time we just want to go back to the past with the golden age of games again.
I
I
mean,
just
honestly, good.
oh, I was just gonna say, I miss Spyro the Dragon. Like I I miss being a little purple dragon and running around and collecting gems.
I know. You were about to say something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I honestly, as long as the game isn't turned into a monetization game scheme for a quick buck, I really don't mind the reimaginings or the I guess you'd call it the reworks or remastered or whatever of classic games. Like I don't mind that at all. I know some people have pretty strong feelings towards leaving games as they are, but it's to me, as long as the game pays homage to what it was before, I really don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like as long as they make it good.
Right.
And
Like I saw the trailer for Destroy All Humans, and I thought that looked freaking awesome. And I hope they, like, they actually, like, are, um, like with the game and stuff, like that, like they actually like are true to the story.
Like, here's the thing though, with all of these remakes, they they're trying to keep a lot of the source material. That's the important part. But
Well, that's what we have to have. Yeah.
anyway, so who? What about all the other kind of showings though? Nintendo.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Nintendo, they're like, wait, hold on.
Oh, dude. Can I just say Nintendo really brought it this time.
Okay.
I agree. The especially they pulled out the big guns for this one. All kinds of great games line up, and of course you can't say Nintendo without having the Animal Crossing game for sure announced, and they have a release date now, so that's really great. I definitely something to look forward to.
Things like these makes me want to buy a Switch for myself, and then some more. I mean, look.
Absolutely.
Animal Crossing alone is like a system seller for that.
They're pandering at this point. Like they don't care.
The thing is, Nintendo listens to their fan base.
I agree for the most part. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they haven't been perfect. They haven't made all the best decisions. They haven't made all the best inclusions. But sometimes when things get just right, Exhibit A, Banjo and Kazooie in Super Smash Bros.
Yes, I love the little teaser trailer too. That it was gonna be the duck the dog from Duck Hunt and
Oh
from the
my
shadow.
goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay.
That's
Well,
what's up. But hey, you know what else though?
what?
I guess I was just kind of happy as well. I'd get it for that and Pokemon, if nothing else, as well.
That's true. Yeah, but
oh my
yeah.
god. Okay, so
Oh.
I was watching this video on Pokemon theories about like okay, so like Ditto was connected to like Mewtwo, and it was like this whole crazy fucking thing. You know what? I don't even want to go there.
I mean, look, it's
Some
now.
crazy nonsense.
This is the set time to celebrate the upcoming Sword and Shield. I mean, look at it, a doggo with a sword.
Yeah, right.
And oh my
Oh
goodness,
my goodness.
can I? Who actually wants to ruin it as well? Now that Pokemon has all the furries literally going up in celebration in a big way, of course.
Okay.
I mean, surely by now you've seen the whole new Dynamax feature.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh god, I mean, it just changes things and makes the Pokemon literally much more powerful and grow in size. And I can see what and that part alone literally has all the furries jumping.
I can see why.
Yeah, let's just say that. And
Yeah.
and of course, I mean the memes with the Pokemon too. The new sheep
Aw.
Pokemon Wooloo has gone for, and you know what people have turned into? Wololo.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What?
Look. Yes, that's how much they love their Pokemon, hey? But
People love their
Holy
Pokemon for
shit.
sure.
But hey, other than that though, can I just say the obligatory thing in all about E3? Who won E3, do you think?
What?
Who
Oh,
won E3 this year?
Magikarp.
I gotta give it to Nintendo.
Oh yeah, me too. Dude.
Xbox had a great showing, but they talked about Project Scarlet, and that was great, but they didn't show anything or basically reveal anything. They just had some developers talking about it, kind of like that they had when the Xbox
Yeah.
One X was in development, and they had like a little video, and that's about it. And they had some pretty good, stuff like Gears 5 and things like that. But I think Nintendo kind of won this one.
I mean, yeah, if they showed gameplay for Halo Infinite, Xbox may have stood a bit more of a chance.
Yeah,
I know.
they honestly they should have shown more from the console. I mean, Sony is missing. Sony is not even at the show, so this was the perfect this positioned Microsoft to in a kind of an interesting spot where they could really give momentum to their next console by. I mean, they don't necessarily have to show it or anything like that, but give us more concrete information instead of just having some basically accolades video from developers talking about it.
You know what's funny as well? Like, you're right too. Microsoft had the perfect opportunity to leverage that advantage of Sony missing.
Yes, they did, and they honestly they didn't take full advantage of it. I feel like.
Yeah, and on top of it all, it's so funny how it's turned that Sony was the one platform for the gamers. Like in past years, like if you remember past E3, Sony was literally the it thing, like 2013 and so on.
Yeah.
But now that's all shifted, and Nintendo is winning E3s literally like nobody's business.
Right.
And you got things like the Switch just selling like hotcakes.
If you really
Nintendo is fucking awesome, so
if you really think about it though, Nintendo really had to show off as well. They missed their quarterly projections they missed their yearly projections for Nintendo Switch sales. So they really had to bring out the guns this year, so people will be more interested in picking up more Switch units.
Yeah. Almost definitely. But other than that, though, we do have to put in a little word for the losers of E3, which would be EA.
Oh,
EA is always a loser.
So what the fuck do you like? Oh my god, these people. They wanted a $200 price tag for an Xbox controller. Holy shit.
No, it doesn't work that way. You could just buy one off the shelf for a much lower price.
They still, but like they actually advertise that though. They're like, yeah, well, this is an amazing controller, and it's only going to cost you $200. And I'm like, no, not really. Nope, sorry. Not gonna do that.
The Xbox like the Elite controller does have like the market that is trying to hit is willing to pay that premium money for a controller like that though.
It has some pretty cool shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like it really does. But am I going to pay $200 for it?
I mean, no. I mean, I would say most people wouldn't, but the people that would for sure are willing to shell out that premium money for a controller of that caliber.
I mean, yeah.
Might as well buy one made out of solid gold.
Solid gold, exactly. If that shit had like some platinum, like in the fucking controllers or whatever, like the like buttons or whatever, I'd be like, yep, totally.
But hey. So just to kind of wrap this up though, is there anything else you're kind of looking forward to from what's shown at E3?
I would say the game I'm looking forward most is Cyberpunk. That's probably the game that I'm looking forward to the most.
Oh.
choice. Good choice.
Well, I think Policewolf is fucking awesome. So I would love to have his opinion on particular games that relate to furries when it comes to like transformation stuff.
Is this the part where things go a little awkward because
Well, maybe not. Maybe not. No.
I mean, I don't know very many games that do that.
I mean
Really?
there was one furry game that was kind of shown around in E3. Yeah, there was like I don't remember what the name of it was, but yeah. Let's see. Not the Crash one. But it was one where you basically had like Spiritfarer, that's the one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's literally you basically guiding guiding the dead. And surprise, surprise! When I saw furry characters, I'm like,
Oh.
imagine my reaction to it.
Oh, that sounds cool.
But hey. So, hey,
But
Vero,
hey,
shall we move? Shall we kind of move on to? What do you think?
move on to what?
Maybe you kind of wanted to move on to the next kind of what do you think we can probably cover with the guy? How about his career or something?
Oh yes. Well, Mr. Policewolf.
Hold on a second.
Like I said, I'm already a big fan of you, so like, I just wanted to know, what is your most favorite thing about being a law enforcement officer?
Oh man, there were lots of great perks. Probably, uh, man, it's difficult to pick one thing, but I would say that my favorite part was basically getting to help people out, right? So when people usually see or call law enforcement, it's not a good time in their life. So definitely getting to help someone out is for sure a really great
Dude,
feeling.
I totally understand it. And I have a lot of family that's involved in the same kind of career. So yeah.
Yeah, so that would for sure be a one of my favorite parts of it. And of course you can't deny that the discounts in certain different places is nice as well.
No, yeah, of course.
I mean, do you actually get reactions when you literally rock up, say you go fetch lunch at like a McDonald's or whatever, like for example?
Yeah, but
Well,
like
a lot of times places will just automatically be like 10-15% off, or if you're in uniform they'll just automatically do that. But some other places will give you a free drink or something like that. It just kind of really depends. Some places won't do anything. So
well, I greatly respect that.
I mean, the perks
Awesome.
of working a job like that.
Yeah, right. Like,
I mean, there's many perks, but I mean, like another great perk is, of course, free gym time. So they have depends on your municipality and the place where you live and all that kind of good stuff. But say my local one
damn.
that had a really
Really?
nice gym that was open 24/7.
Okay. Awesome.
Hey, I mean, you got to maintain the standards, to stay in the force, right?
Right.
I mean, I wonder, considering this. I mean, it's one of those things in the United States of America. Though, are there any police officers which are a bit, out of shape, out of their,
Oh, of course,
fitness, so to
lots.
say?
Lots of them.
Oh
Lots of them. But
God! Don't
they
even
tend to
talk
be
about this.
the higher end ranks that don't do a whole lot of stuff in the field anymore.
Oh, that's probably because they've been on the force for so long, and they're like,
Right.
well, um, I've done my job for such and such, time, and after like 10 years, they eventually just stop giving a fuck.
I wouldn't say that. I would say since they're not on the out in the field anymore, they don't really have to try as much. But it depends. It depends on the city and the area and who runs it and the chief and all that stuff to see if even desk officers need to maintain the
You're
physical
right.
fitness
You're
standards.
right. Yeah. Sorry.
I mean, the thing
Totally.
is though, it's either just you get so promoted up until to the point where no, I'm not going back out in the field. That's that's what it is, isn't it?
Basically, yeah. So if you get promoted to a position where you're in charge of a whole squad or something like that, it or you become somebody that goes into the administrative side, then it it, it's all desk stuff at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I really don't care. I mean, like, you know, God bless our police and our law enforcement. Like, whether you're involved or not currently, I don't care. God bless you.
And for taking up the mantle of police.
Yeah, of
But
course.
hey,
Hell yeah.
there's a couple of other little live comments as well. Native Rabbit Natsu says if you want out of shape officers, you look at the res cops.
Well, we're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah, but
That's
I
a
mean,
whole different situation.
yeah,
But
same
I,
deal.
I I do support our police.
But
A
but
lot
same
of our
deal. Like,
family are, so I would never ever say anything bad about police officers.
yeah, I mean, there's examples I could use, but I guess now this is not rightfully the place sort of thing to use it though. Um.
Oh my goodness. Well,
Oh, a couple. Oh goodness me, no, not the police jokes. But other than that, though, was your policing job like however long you lasted? Did it get hairy at certain times?
Uh, yeah, yeah, it did for sure. There was definitely a lot of downtime, but then when it wasn't, that when it wasn't at the station, training or doing things like that, it was on the field all the time. And unfortunately, in an urban area like Atlanta, there's a lot of people. So there's the potential for a lot of crime. So we of course, it wasn't anything too insane every day, but there was something um, definitely exciting happening every
yeah,
day.
right. Like
Yeah.
something every day. Like that's some
Yeah.
crazy shit.
I mean, one day you
Damn,
get you get
dude.
you get these sorts. You get simple, stolen robbery crime. Next day you're responding to something, and then after that, what? Did you what's it called? Did you get to drive in a squad cars and fire up the sirens when you needed to respond quickly to a situation?
All the time. I mean, that's when you finish your. I would say it depends again on your municipalities and areas, but you get about half 6 months to 12 months with a FTO or a field training officer, and then you're either partner up with someone else or you get your own squad car that you take home. Um, but yeah, I mean, every day it was depending on the call, depending on what was happening. Um, the sirens would go on.
Yeah, no doubt. But normally though, how fast do you usually get trained to drive at?
Well, it all depends on the situation, right? So you need to have situational awareness, and there really isn't a particular speed that you get trained to stay under or within range of. It's more of how fast you need to get there type thing. But it's all within trying to stay as safe as possible as well.
Because I mean, I thought like there's plenty of misconceptions what happens when you get when you get into like these rapid response or a pursuit even.
So a pursuit can basically only stay engaged as long as your field sergeant or whoever's in charge allows it to. So if it gets too dangerous, they'll call it off, or if it's something that's can be resolved without any type of harm to anyone, then it can continue. But it's in police work, it's all situational.
Hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But other than that, though, speaking of other little hairy things, have you ever had to bear, in your policing work, witness to protests?
Oh my goodness.
Not really. Not really.
Could I just say you were quite lucky in that time?
Yeah, yeah. This was a little while ago, so there really during my entire tenure there wasn't any type of protest or anything like that that I personally had to deal with.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but now in this year, oh no, 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 no! You freaking
Yeah,
get out there and go into the go into the field and control and control the crowd.
there are special units that train in crowd control tactics, and they have special equipment and things. So generally speaking, I mean, most of the time you're either going to be what's known as a secondary line, so you wouldn't be at the very front anyway, unless you're part of that unit.
Or in like in those cases, though, I take it you'll have to have like kind of like special equipment to disperse any riots. Like you have riot shields.
Absolutely, yeah. There specialized equipment is required for situations like that, and for everyone's safety.
Mm. But I mean, but I mean, yeah. Speaking other than that though, speaking of other little things though, any you get any horror stories especially like not just from yourself but from others too?
Um, there definitely are lots of stories, but I mean, we would be here forever.
Oh,
um,
believe
but
me.
yeah, there for sure there's lots of stories that can be said, but um, they would take too long to really explain.
I mean, sometimes we got just enough time for one, because I know you get a lot of crazy situations thrown in your face, and and so forth. Like interesting characters, things that don't work out. You know.
Well, from a simple one that I can share. It's not really a horror story, but more of an interesting situation. Is there was a person in the downtown area that would consistently call our dispatch station, and I would say probably once or twice a week, we would get called out to this residence, and the um, person living there would basically describe what was happening, and it was always the same story. They thought that some sort of gremlin or monster was stealing their pots and pans, and
What?
they would swear all the up and down that they things would turn up missing, and she would hear things, and we never found anyone or anything. Um, but it was a constant call.
That sounds like a fucking schizophrenic.
Um, again, I'm not. I don't have the authority to to
I know,
say
but
what this person was, but
that's actually like what it kind of sort of sounds like. I know, like
but
you're not like legally allowed to say, but like, yeah, it kind of does.
I mean, if nothing else, it's just one of those interesting character stories that
Exactly. Yeah.
said,
Exactly.
yeah.
My goodness. Holy bonkers. Okay.
Here's a question from one of the live comments. Wild Fox Appeared
Oh.
asks, "What was the strangest call you've ever had?"
Oh yeah.
Well, actually, kind of keeping in theme to what I just said. Probably one of our strangest calls, actually the strangest calls I was ever on. We actually had a dispatch go out for somebody that was in an abandoned house, in an area that's kind of being. It's actually that area it's been basically demolished all at this point, but that they thought they were trying to steal copper from the old houses and stuff. And we got called out there, and we showed up and we looked around, and honestly didn't see anybody. So we called dispatch and asked, descriptors of what the caller said and this and that. And from what the person said is that they just saw like flashlights and stuff inside of this house. Well, when we went in there, we of course found nothing, but the craziest part that we did find is that there was basically a lot of, so because the houses were kind of they were really old and it was super dusty. What we did find is we're not really sure what it was, but it looked like shuffle marks on the ground, like if somebody was kind of shuffling down the instead of picking up your feet and you were just like shuffling your shoes on the ground. That's what exactly what it looked like. And it had the weirdest part is that they had texture to it. So that's something that's been with me ever since. It's an
Oof.
unexplained mystery on that one.
Damn. My
Mm.
goodness. Yeah, that
Whew.
doesn't sound too good.
It's
Yeah,
like at that point
yeah.
you call in like a detective. What can you tell me about this? Oh no. Oh, Jimmy
We
Time. Okay.
at
Yeah, right.
once we found the marks on the ground, and we kind of got freaked out. We're like, okay, there's someone nearby.
I'm not
Yeah,
touching
for
that.
real though. Holy
Nope,
shit.
nope, not touching that.
Yeah.
Nope.
But hey, I mean, in that light though, in your 10-year career though, yeah, what kind, what kind of made you want to, look for a career change?
um. Honestly, it was more of the I would like to do something else type thing.
Right, right.
Lots of factors went into it, but there wasn't one specific thing or one specific reason that pushed me towards that direction. It's I honestly just kind of wanted to make more money, and I was never gonna do that in law enforcement.
No.
I mean, everyone's got their goals, but
Yeah.
regardless, though, would regardless though, even in this current era, would you still recommend a career in law enforcement?
One of the biggest things, and this is definitely a deciding factor if you're ever thinking about doing law enforcement, is that you got to be in it for the right reasons, right? So definitely if right now if you have the drive to be a public servant and protect people and serve the community, then yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I still have that drive and I miss it sometimes, but I'm too far in my other career now, so
God
that
bless.
going back would be difficult.
God bless
I
you.
understand. Oh, and one last question just before we leave. Inu asks, has Policewolf ever rescued a puppy or a kitten?
Actually, yes. There was a very very typical. Hey, I think I lost my cat over there, and we, I had a partnered unit, so it was always my partner and myself, and we physically, it wasn't a tree, but it was a pretty tall bush, and this cat was basically stuck. Like, it was scared. It got scared somehow, and it wrapped around itself this pretty intense looking bush, and we had to get this ladder and everything. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty typical, kind of like firefighter rescuing a cat from a tree, but it wasn't a tree. It was more like a really tall bush.
Oh my,
My goodness. Well,
my goodness, indeed. Like you just
all
literally
right.
begging. Yeah, right. So that's. I mean, hopefully you did. It was quite an enlightening career, and for those of you on the fence about law enforcement, yeah, just see if it's right for you to do so.
Yeah,
Joining.
and then if you're thinking about it, I mean, doing a ride along is always a good experience, that you get to see exactly what's happening, and with a seasoned officer, and they can answer any questions you may have about the career and what's it like, and basically anything, and you can experience basically almost a full day of law enforcement with somebody.
Indeed.
So if you're interested, a ride along is always a good idea.
You
Indeed.
are freaking awesome.
So
Like,
yeah, but just to kind of get to get back to the crux of things though. Yeah, as we are all furries though, I feel obliged to show that yes, you have a suit as well, right? A fursuit.
yes, I do.
Oh, yes. Oh, dude, please do it. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, adorable. Oh my god, I love it.
Hey.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yep, that's me.
Dude, I love it. It's all like
Thank you.
from all the details of designing and the awoo task force on the vest.
I was trying to find out. I mean, I was brainstorming of what I should put on the other side for the unit patch, and that's the first thing that came to mind, and I said, perfect, print it.
Hey, now don't go finding awoos until they're illegal.
Yeah. $350 fine.
And
Exactly.
they'll go straight to your pockets.
That would be great. That would be great.
That's a ticket right there.
But hey, but to get back to that sort of things, like when did you, first stumble upon, furryism, and kind of what got you into it?
I can tell you exactly when it was. Actually, it was a middle school project back in 1776, and
America.
exactly, yeah, and and I forget the reasoning why, but they were have a project done by the end of this week or whatever, and you can make it about any subject, la la la. And I had basically just thought about something, and then I said, "Ooh, wolves! Let's do about wolves." I've loved wolves since ever, and obviously, when you do wolves, you just go to Google and you type in wolves, and it'll tell you all about wolves. But if you scroll far enough down, you will reach where it'll start talking about, like, folklore and myths and this and that, and then you'll run into the werewolf.
And
And
transformation and like maybe big paws. And
exactly.
There you go.
And then it's one click leads to something else, leads to something else, leads to
Yep.
something else. And eventually I found pictures and all kinds of stuff from like way back in the day, furries. Like, we're talking about, like, uh early 90s type stuff. But then nothing really materialized until about 2013, when I said, you know what, I'm gonna officially join. I'm gonna make a character. I'm gonna name my name for myself. And I went to my first con, which was Furry Week in Atlanta, 2013. And then the rest is history.
That's quite a long story, though. That's longer than I've ever been in the community. Heck.
So I'm officially joined in 2013, but I've been lurking in the shadows for quite a long time.
I mean, that's how we all start, man. Like, I was just that. And you wouldn't believe it took 6 years of lurking until I literally threw myself at a fur meet. And then went big to fly to MFF way back in 2015. Things
Nice.
lined up. Yeah, things lined up. I mean, do you ever have plans to fly abroad and go, or have you already done so? Like, you've gone interstate for other cons, have you?
Yes, I have. The furthest con I've been to is Anthrocon in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And I've been to
hell yeah,
the other side of the country in Florida, Orlando, for oh my god, what is it called? The one in Megaplex. Yeah, Megaplex. Yeah, Megaplex.
That's the one.
Yeah,
that's the one.
But I would love to go to some West Coast cons like BLFC and stuff like that, but haven't had the opportunity.
All right, well, that's all
It's
good.
one of those things, though. But ever thought about flying abroad?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like Euro
Oh, yeah.
Furrence, I think
Yeah.
it's called.
Right? Yeah, there's that. There's
Yeah, I do want to go to that
Yeah,
one,
hell yeah.
Furrence, and then there's one in Japan, I think.
Yes.
I definitely want to go to that one.
J-Moff.
yes.
Yeah.
J-Moff.
So there, I for sure definitely want to do the pilgrimage to those one day.
I know.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe one day.
I've had my eyes on J-Moff as well.
My friend went there. He said it was freaking cool. So
I can imagine. I mean,
Yeah,
Japan
a lot
is
of fun.
basically catered to that type of stuff.
yeah, right. Yeah, it was fun. All right. So, do we have any comments? Any questions?
Let's err away from that for a minute. There's been a party pooper, which I.
Aw. Okay.
But regardless, though, regardless of that, when did you actually get how long have you had your suit for?
I've had my suit since 2015.
Really? I've had mine
Yeah.
since 2016.
Yeah, since early 2015 is when I got mine.
Dude, you look so adorable. I love it.
Thank you.
Like, really. Like, oh my god, it's so awesome.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's. Oh yeah, like.
It's
a full suit in it?
It's a 3/4 suit.
Yeah,
it's missing the chest piece.
That's kind of why you're able to put in the vest.
Yeah.
Still.
Oh, he's got the vest.
I mean, still, the thing is,
it's adorable. Oh my god, I love it.
It literally literally solicits kind of the best and most reactions when people see it.
Who cares? It's fucking awesome.
But hey, other than as a next aside though, you to get back into it though, you are you've gone off. You basically make you're going off and being a Twitch streamer now, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you feel free to kind of to advertise your Twitch channel? Where may we find it?
You can go to twitch.tv/Policewolf, and I try to stream every day. Tuesday through Sunday, but sometimes Monday if I feel like it. It's at a weird time, but it's at 3 a.m. Eastern. Um, it's when I stream to about 7 a.m. Eastern, Tuesday through Sunday.
It's not a weird time. It's fucking awesome.
It's a weird slot because of I also have a full-time job. So it's a weird time for a lot of people, but it works great for me. Just everything kind of lines up perfectly.
Yeah, dude, right on. Right on.
I mean, literally making a career like by day you work, by night you stream.
Exactly. By day, a boring human. By night, a werewolf, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember like last week or fucking like 2 days ago? I ITF'd on your stream and I turned into a freaking oyster.
Oh yeah, a lot of people
What the
really
heck?
like that.
I was like, I'm an oyster. Like what
That
the
was
what?
that command is a big hit on the stream.
Oh my goodness. I turned into an oyster. I don't even know. I'm like, why? What the heck was that? That was some crazy stuff.
But in I mean, in that said though, so what do you currently, what's on your street to stream list? What can we kind of look forward to?
Right now, we're doing our second run of Detroit Become Human, which is a fantastic game. Love it.
Yes.
Right.
We're doing a second playthrough of that, and definitely want to stream some more VR games coming up soon. I plan to have maybe on Sundays, like a just chatting stream where in the background I play some American Truck Simulator, but in VR. So, we'll see how that goes. And of course, any type of cool games like Risk of Rain 2, and we've got what else we have on the docket? We've got stuff like oh my god, I'm having a blank. Other games. Oh yeah, we're gonna finish our Dynasty Warriors Empires run through as well.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds freaking awesome.
Nice. And what kind of any kind of future plans that we just kind of, what can we expect from you in the next couple of months or so, like in the short and medium and long term?
Well, the goal would be to definitely try to grow the channel more. I wanna definitely keep doing that and keep streaming at a constant rate, and that would be more of a short term. And then the long term, who knows? I mean, right now I just do it as a hobby, as something that I really enjoy doing. Like I kind of said at the beginning, I'm gonna see if I can start doing a restream to have it also stream to Mixer and YouTube and stuff like that to see if we can gain some traction there. But as far as the long term, it's kind of to be determined right now. We'll see what this comes, the result of this endeavor is, and I hope to maybe make it something that's a little bit more permanent. But we'll see.
Everyone who's watching this right now, check out Policewolf on Twitch. All right, subscribe for him,
And by all means, enjoy the content you put out. Maybe maybe pick up a few games that you may not have played.
Yeah, like that's freaking awesome.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I'm always looking for games to add to the queue. Something that people would enjoy watching and that I would enjoy playing. That's really only the criteria that I kind of put on myself to stream. So something that I would like to play, so I don't have to force myself to play it, and then something that people would enjoy watching.
All right. Cool.
And what about the on the furry side of things, though?
On the furry side of things, uh, I'm not sure actually. Definitely want to go to more cons. I want to get more commissions and stuff, but that's that's normal everyday business.
And always look for that one accessory to improve your fursuit.
Exactly, yes. Which I'm always working on, trying to make it better. I've got some stuff in the works that it's going to be a surprise. Hopefully, very soon that'll tie into a couple of other things. But yeah, definitely trying to always look for something to improve the suit.
I mean, hey, like the hottest thing right now would probably be the fursuit visors that glow in the dark.
Yep, I totally have one of those.
Which color? Red or blue?
Blue.
Oh,
Very good
what,
choice.
me?
The first, yeah, a blue visor that goes really well with your color scheme.
Yep. Yep. As soon as I saw it, I said I gotta have it. So I bought it immediately.
Damn. Awesome.
I mean, they sell out in like 6 minutes after the guy who makes them announces them, and I'm just like, nope. Stalk Twitter intensifies.
I actually got it at FWA this year, and we walked by, like doing your first round of the dealer's den. Then we walked by again, and they were half gone. So I said, "Oh God, I better buy it now." So I bought at the time I bought the last blue one that they brought to the con.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. That's awesome.
Very nice.
Dude,
Other than that, though,
that's
so just before you round out this, have you got any kind of like you wanted to know anything about just me or you or anything, or like, or just to rehash on any other things that we might have missed, like say from E3?
I mean, just kind of for me, I mean, like just kind of rehashing. I mean, the E3 was it was okay this year. I mean, I thought it was okay. I definitely some other years were a lot better than this year, but I definitely thought that was great. I mean, for something that's not as popular as it used to be, I think it still has pretty good potential.
I mean, it wasn't as it may not have been bustling, especially the absence of Sony and whatever have you, but
yeah,
don't get me wrong.
It's still a great show to watch and stuff. I don't know if I want to be there physically, but it's just something nice to watch. That's for sure.
Okay.
But other than that, though, I mean, but hey, it's just more games to add to the list. Hey, like
exactly, yeah.
There's so many games. Holy!
Add to the
my
list.
goodness. There's like 60. At least Xbox said that. So. Oh.
I know, and I can't. There's a lot of stuff I'm waiting for it too, because Xbox had a really good showing. I know. I'm just so I'm really hyped for the new Ori and the Will of the Wisps too.
Okay. Yeah. I gotcha.
But all in all, though, I mean, this is the time where we kind of up and kind of wrap up, though.
Okay.
But
right.
but other than that, though, Policewolf, since you're here and here, like, have you just kind of got any little closing statements or any? And feel free to advertise again.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I could definitely advertise. I mean, again, my channel would be twitch.tv/Policewolf. Super active on Twitter, which is twitter.com/Policewolf or @Policewolf on Twitter. That's really the best way to contact me and chat with me and stuff like that. And that's really it. Like I said, Tuesdays through Sundays, 3 a.m. Eastern on Twitch.
And just that, and any other little kind of informal closing statement or anything.
Big meaty paws.
Oh, yeah, cute boy. Hell yeah. Absolutely.
that's
Loved
my
it.
big meaty paw. Period. There you go.
Big meaty paws. Absolutely.
Good for high fiving. Good for smacking, and then some more.
Absolutely.
Love it. But
Oh,
hey.
I love you.
But yeah, just to close up off, you can find our show, The Raiders Rambles, on YouTube, Podbean, iTunes, Google Play Store, and Stitcher. And Policewolf, it's been an honor to have you on board with us. We look forward to seeing what you come up with in the up ahead in the months ahead.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Not a problem.
Absolutely. Hell yeah. Dude,
But the one person you really must thank is my co-host for getting this all set up,
What,
making
me?
this all work.
Yes, I was contacted a long time ago. It's like, hey, you want to be on our show? You want to be on our show?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, like, yeah. Okay, whatever.
And of course, I had to say yes.
It's all good, man.
I mean, other than that,
I'll
though,
see you later.
I make things happen. I make this. I
make things happen. Come on now.
I know. But hey, this will be us signing off for the week. Thanks for listening in. Have a great week. Have a great weekend, and until next time, farewell.
Bye.
Bye.